Good morning. Welcome to Vinyasa. My name is Bridget. Hope you can find yourself comfortable, find yourself on your mat in a space that is more cozy. Just get yourself situated. Hope you guys have all had such a good week. We are going to be focusing on the present moment this morning. We're going to be focusing on our breath and just moving into that breath. I found this week in different circumstances just holding my breath and realizing I was holding my breath and needing to breathe into the circumstance. And so just carrying our breath through these moments that might be high stress and learning how to incorporate that with us instead of getting tense and holding up. So just breathing in, taking it with us, letting go, letting into our experience, giving us a tool to carry us through. Let yourself come down on your back body. Slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, lower down, hands at your sides, feet splayed apart. And just let your skull become nice and heavy. And let your eyes flutter shut. And let every part of your face become soft. And then just take an exhale out. And feel your body press into the mat. Take up space. And arrive. And then inhale through your nose. Fill up your throat, and your chest, and your belly. Notice your breath. And then exhale, audible out. Inhale, take in fresh breath. Just take in some hope. And on the exhale, press out doubt. Maybe setting an intention for your practice today. Your body benefits from movement. Our mind benefits from stillness. And the breath is the bridge between the two. So learning how to incorporate that, learning how to not hold our breath, to breathe in through those difficult situations, and to remember to take it with us. Just noticing it is our practice. Just keep inhaling and exhaling. You don't even have to think about it, your body just does it. And as you lay here, go ahead and just take your hands just above the chest, above the solar plexus, this chakra right here that's in between the heart and the belly button. Take your hands out. Just find a little globe with your hands. You're lying down. And as you inhale, expand the hands. And then exhale, pressing them back together. This is your little ball of energy that takes your breath. Inhale. And exhale. A little tool to help us notice our breath. Opening and closing. Expansion. Just going back and forth. Notice the area of the rib cages, opening and closing. Just back and forth. Inhale, exhale, open, close. A couple more times this way. And then take one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly as you lie here. And just see if you can notice the beat of your heart. Notice the rise and the fall of your belly. And just feel alive. Feel alive in your bones, in your breath. go ahead and just rub your hands together. Create some friction. Create some heat. Feel alive. And then plant your hands into the earth. Feel grounded. Notice the texture and the temperature of whatever's beneath you. Just getting yourself situated, getting yourself acquainted with your space. Noticing, arriving, being present. Being mindful. And then just go ahead and move your head side to side, massage out your skull. And then gently stop at center. Reach your hands back behind you. And press through your toes. Make yourself the longest you've been today. So nice morning stretch. And then relax, exhale. Inhale, reach and press your toes. Exhale, release. 2 more times, inhale. Exhale. 1 more time, inhale, press and reach. Exhale, release. And this time, go ahead and press your hands out to the side into a cross. And then take your feet out to the sides into your starfish. Really expand. Take up space. Space between the limbs, space between your fingertips. Opening up. Feel yourself be grounded, connected to the earth, connecting to your space. And we're just going to zip our feet back together. Knees pointed towards the sky, heels come to touch. And then just go ahead and windshield wiper side to side. Massage out your low lumbar spine, your tail. And then stop at center. Go ahead and heel toe your feet out to the edges of your mat. So we're going to wide-legged windshield wiper. So this time, going side to side, just changing the direction, the area of massage, maybe feeling it in your kidneys a little bit, the thoracic spine. And then you're going to drop your knees off to the right, gaze off to the left. Interlace your fingers behind the skull. Give yourself a nice little pillow. And just take a couple breaths. Release your fingers. Reach through the fingers, expand the chest. And then windshield wiper a couple times. And then taking your knees off to the left when you're ready. Gaze off to the right. And then interlace your fingers behind the skull. And just rest, taking a couple breaths. Notice your breath. Feel your body. Release your hands. Reach for your fingers, expand the chest, gaze towards the sky, windshield wiper side to side. Stop at center, zip your feet back together, legs at the wall. Press your feet up, flexion, press through the heels, space between the toes. Reach through your fingers, expand the chest, chin slightly towards the chest, elongate the spine. Really pressing here. Notice the stretch, hamstrings, calves, feet, toes. And then just go ahead and point flex. Let's open up the vents. Feet stuck in shoes all week. Maybe you're fortunate to have gone skiing or snowboarding. So just free those feet. Then take a nice breath. And just making sure that your hips are nice and squared, that your tail is rooted down. Just doing this about 10 times. And then when you're ready, we're just rolling out the ankles each direction. Notice some pops, get some air in there. Switch the direction if you haven't already. Stop, center, press through the heels. Inhale, reach up. Space between your fingers, press through the heels. Gaze up, engage your core, feel that fire. And on the exhale, reach your hands back, slowly go back. Touching the earth. Inhale, rise up, engage your core. Press through your heels. Use that stretch. Engage the core. Exhale, release, slowly go back. Touch the earth. Inhale, rise up. Press through the heels, making some fire. Exhale, release. 2 more times, inhale. Keep reaching, keep lifting, keep pressing. Release. Last time, inhale. And exhale. And then bringing your hands back out to your cross, drop the right foot down to the earth. Press through the heel just a little higher. And on the exhale, lower the foot down to the ground, tap the earth. Inhale, rise. And exhale, fall. And then just go ahead and keep doing this motion. Make sure it's fluid. Make sure it's fun. Maybe your eyes are closed. Just making sure it's organic, that it feels good for you. Your hips are squared. Your tail is rooted down into the ground. You're just waking up your leg. Feeling that stretch run through this line of energy. You're breathing through. Take your breath with you. Going back to the gym this week, so exciting. And one of the things I forget to do when I'm on the treadmill or lifting weights even is sometimes taking my breath with me. So just a good practice to remember to take our breath. And then we're going to engage the core just a little bit more and strengthen our legs. So less is more sometimes. So we're just going to slow our roll just a little bit. So slowing down the rhythm of the rise and the fall. So slowly tapping the earth with the heel and then rising up. And then however the rhythm feels right for you, you can honor that. But just make sure it's a little bit slower than you were before. Square the hips. Make sure that your tailbone is rooted down. Start to feel that fire, that energy. And then on your last round, press the left foot up towards the sky. Inhale, reach up, hold. Exhale, reach your hands back. Inhale, rise up. Reach, press, release. 2 more times. Inhale, rise, reach, space between, press, release. Last time. Inhale, rise. Reach, release. And then take the left foot on top of the right knee, figure 4. And then on the inhale, hugging in the right knee. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fall. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. And then just release your hands out to a cross. Drop the right foot down. Left foot falls into the earth. Gaze off to the left. Reach through your fingers. Expand the chest. Breathe into your hip flexors. Let your skull be heavy. Just be mindful. Noticing. Not trying to change anything, just noticing. It's a part of the present practice. It's just being accepting and having this radical acceptance of where you're at. You don't have to like it, that's okay. But just having that acceptance of this is where I'm at. And that's the practice of mindfulness, is just being mindful and not trying to alter or change. A big part of our meditation, our yoga practice, is just falling into that acceptance state. Now go ahead and press back into the right foot. Left foot rises up. Press through that heel. And then drop the foot down. Inhale, left foot, right foot rises up. Press through that heel. And just feel that nice long stretch, that line of energy. Hamstring, calf, feet, toes. Square the hips. Make sure your tailbone is rooted down. Reach to your fingers. Expand the chest. And on your exhale, lower down, top of ear. And inhale, rise. Just rise and fall. Find that fun rhythm. Let your eyes close. Organic rhythm. Nice and fluid. Just back and forth. Kind of just tapping into that inner child, letting yourself play. Letting yourself have some fun. It's been a long week. This is your weekend. You get to just play. You get to have fun. Roam free. You get to be your own boss. You get to make your own rules. And as adults, we get to have our own kind of treats as well. Maybe that means going to yoga, having a glass of wine, going on a hike, going out to dinner, using your breath, but treat yourself today. Self-care, take a bath, take care of you, you deserve it. You work hard. And then go ahead and stop at the top, press through your heel. Notice that stretch, line of energy, space between your toes. And then we're gonna just slow our roll. Slow, go ahead, the rhythm slows down. The fire ignites. Less is more. Strengthening, stretching, noticing, breathing. You feel it? I do. Keep that flexion in your foot, that press in the heel. The cherry on top. It runs right through the leg, all the way to the hip flexor. Keep reaching through with the fingers. You have a lot of jobs here, especially the breath. Multitasking at its finest. And then when you're ready, stopping at the top, press through the heel. Inhale, rise up, reach, space between, lift, gaze, release. Inhale, rise up, reach, press, and release. 2 more times. Inhale, rise up, reach, press, space between, ignite the core, release. Last time, inhale, rise. Reach, press, longest one yet. Keep going, keep reaching up towards the sky, release. Hands out to across, keep pressing through that heel here. And then take the right foot on top of the left knee, figure 4. And just breathe into that space. Inhale, hugging in the left knee. Exhale, release. Inhale, nice hug. Exhale, release. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let's just do 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale. Release the foot down to the earth. Hands out to the cross. Drop the right foot into the earth. Gaze off to the right. And just find a resting place. Find your breath. Notice your hip flexor. Flexion in your feet. Soft base. Let your body be heavy. Press back into the left foot. Right foot rises up. Press through that heel. Left foot comes up to meet. And then go ahead and take your hands to the inside of the knees. Inhale, open up into your V. As wide or narrow as you'd like it to be. Press through your heels. Take a breath into the pelvic floor. And then take your hands to the outside of the knees. Press back together, legs up the wall. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Grab onto the bottoms of the feet. Come into your happy baby. Just rock side to side. Let your feet be parallel with the sky. As you go back and forth, kind of massage out the thoracic spine. Hit the shoulder blades, the kidneys. Massage out your skull. Maybe press out the right foot, press out the left. Find that stretch. Kind of feel like a ninja when you do this. Just breathe into those spaces. And then just stop at center. Give yourself a nice little hug. Knee to nose, tight little wall. And release. 2 more times. Inhale, tight little wall. And release. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Cross the right foot over left. Rock up into your sits bones. And then just go ahead and remove that extra flesh from underneath the sits bones. Let your eyes close, roll the shoulders back, close your eyes. Find yourself centered here. And then drop the right ear to right shoulder. And breathe through that left side. And your shoulder all the way through the neck, out through the top of the crown. Stretching out our cervical spine. Bringing your chin in through the chest, and then left ear, left shoulder. Same thing on this side. Breathe through that stretch on this side. Right shoulder through the cervical spine, through the crown of the head. Back through center, chin through chest. Off to the other side, back through center, off to this side. And then chin to chest. Inhale, gaze up. Pick supports of your shoulders behind you. And then exhale, chin to chest, nice and slow. Inhale, gaze up. Take support of the shoulders. Exhale, chin to chest. 2 more times. Inhale, gaze up. Take support of the shoulders. Exhale, chin to chest. 1 more time. Inhale, gaze up. Take a breath. Exhale, chin to chest. And neutral spine here. Inhale, circle, sweep your hands up. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Bow to your practice. Go ahead and take your hands down into the ground. Walk yourself out. Drop your head down. Create space between your fingers. Bring your palms together to touch. Bend the elbows. Bring your prayer hands to the back of the skull. Release the palms down, hands into the earth. Walk your hands out to the right, taking your left index finger and thumb around the right wrist. Hold here. Tug. Feel that stretch in the left shoulder blade. Make sure you're down on your sits bones. The temptation is that that left cheek rises up. Make sure you're seated down. Stay rooted. Release, walk through center. We're going off to the left. So take the right index finger and thumb around the left wrist. This time pull, tug. Stay rooted. Keep that stretch going. Coming back through center. Reach just a little further than you did before. And then pull yourself up onto your knees. And then take your knees off to either side of your mat, toes come to touch, and press back into your extended child's pose. Just let yourself be situated, knees off to either side. Space between your fingers. And again, palms come to touch, bend the elbows, curve hands to the back of the skull. Just breathe in to all the spaces. Release the hands, palms to the earth. Reach nice and far out. And then walk yourself up. Knees slide back together. Roll your shoulders back. Circle, sweep your hands up towards the sky. Hands to heart center. A few more times. Inhale, gaze up. Reach. Hands to heart center. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fall. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Bow to your practice. Take your hands down to your thighs. Take your right foot out to the side. And you're just going to take your heel into the ground. Circle, sweep your hands up. Palms come to touch. And then drop the right hand down into your leg. And maybe you just go over or off to the right side. Stretching, gaze up towards the sky. Glide down the leg to whatever degree you can. Notice where you feel the stretch. Incorporate your breath. Glide yourself back up your leg, taking the right foot in. And then taking the left foot out. Press through the heel. Find that flexion on this side here. Circle, sweep your hands up towards the sky. And exhale, drop the left hand down, slide it down, and the right hand comes to follow. Hang over, gaze up. Feel that stretch. Be where you're at, honor where you are. Use that mindfulness. Don't press yourself into a place you're not at. We grow into those spaces, we evolve. The radical acceptance is the mindfulness. So give yourself that grace, give yourself that acceptance, glide back up, reach up, gaze up. Circle, sweep your hands down to your sides. Take the left foot back to meet the right. You're on your knees here. Inhale, circle, sweep up, hands come to touch. And then exhale, paint the sky, take your hands down to your sides. Feel the texture there. Inhale, rise up, palms come to touch, gaze up. Exhale, paint the sky, hands come down to your sides. Let your eyes just close, feel the texture there. Inhale. Exhale. Tap into your breath, inhale. And exhale. Just keep going back and forth. Remembering that the body benefits from movement, the mind benefits from stillness, and then the breath is the bridge between the two. And vinyasa is this magical practice that incorporates movement and breath. And that less is more. And sometimes it's in the really subtle things. So we're just opening up our body, opening up our mind this morning, gifting ourselves this practice. Just keep painting the air. Maybe you let yourself do the opposite effect with your breath. So instead of exhaling down, maybe you exhale on the way up and inhale down. I'm just trying something new. See how that feels. Just find what works for you. Then stop at the top, reach up, gaze up, and then take the right hand to left knee, gaze behind you, nice long spine. Press through the crown of the head. Feel nice and long. Inhale, rise up, gaze up. Exhale, gaze back behind you. Nice and long spine. Inhale, rise up, gaze up. And exhale, paint the sky. Come down to your sides. Inhale, propel forward up onto your knees, circle, sweep up. And then exhale, you're just going to sweep your hands through. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sweep through. Inhale. Exhale, sweep through. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. And then circle, sweep your hands up. Hands to heart center. Inhale, circle. Close your eyes. Have fun with this propel forward. And exhale, come back to self. Just keep doing this motion a few times. And stop at center. Bow to your practice. Go ahead and tuck your toes under, come into your toe squat, create space between the toes, press back. Great preventative work for plantar fasciitis. Just getting that stretch between the toes. Enlivening your feet, making them feel awake, letting them take a breath. Circle, sweep your hands up. And then exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, rise and gaze up. And exhale, neutral spine, cactus arms. Inhale, gaze up, reach up. Neutral spine, cactus arms. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hands together, bow to your practice. Hands down to the ground. Tabletop, kick out the tops of the foot. Stop at center. Take the feet off to the right. And then gaze off to the right as well. Come back center. Taking the feet off to the left, gaze off to the left. Just taking in this little stretch. Stop at center. And then you're going to bring your chin in towards the chest, arch your spine, coming into your cat. Really pressing the ground away from you. Inhale, rise up, gaze up, shoulder blades back together. Exhale, chin to chest, arch your spine. Just rise and fall with your breath, finding your cat and your cow. Honor your breath. Just as much as we go out, we have to come back in. So finding that balance between going out, coming back to self, the yes, the no. Pouring into your cup, but pouring into others' cup. Maybe stalling where it feels good. Maybe the calf feels really good. Just stretch your shoulder blades, getting that elongated spine. Maybe you just need fresh air from above and dropping the chest down, dropping your belly, letting it all hang out, and just really lengthening through your chest and your throat, opening up that line of communication. Exhale, chin to chest, arch. Inhale, rise, take a fresh breath into your cow, and on the exhale, fall back into your extended child's pose. Inhale, rise up to your tabletop. Reach the right hand out in front of you. Left foot back behind you. Find a nice balance here. Engage your core. Use your breath. Find your balance. Reach for what's in front of you. Press back what's behind you. Find that flexion in your feet. And on the exhale, go ahead and elbow and knee together. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fall back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Ignite the fire. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Take the right hand out to the side, left foot out to the side. Find your airplane. Find the flexion. Reach, breathe. And then drop the left foot down to the earth. Glide back just a little ways. Reach the right hand up towards the sky. And come back to your airplane. So just taking that left foot out to the side. Reach through the right fingertips. Left foot back behind you. Right hand out in front of you. Bend the knee. Reach back. Grab on. Gaze up. Brush back. And release. Lift high. Down to the ground. Just move side to side. Find a happy rhythm. And then stop at center. This time you're going to take the left hand out in front of you. Right foot back behind you. Find your balance. Engage your core. Use your breath. Space between your fingers here. Notice that this side might feel a little different than the other. That's okay. That's why we're finding our balance. That's why we're evening out. When you're ready, exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fall. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. A few more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach, press, balance. Taking the left hand out to the side, right foot out. Find your balance. Press to the heel. Drop the foot down. Left hand reaches up high. Gaze up. Feel that stretch. Breathe into that stretch. Find that left hand parallel with the ground. Right foot lifts up. Press back behind you. Reach out in front of you. Bend the knee. Reach back. Gaze up. And release. Lift high. Down to the ground. Hip side to side. Stop at center. Drop your belly. Gaze up. Find your cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Press back. Extended child's pose. We're going to come into our heart melting pose. So press your hands forward. Drop your heart into the earth. Press your bum up towards the sky. Chin into your mat. And then just feel the connection between your heart and the ground. Feel connected. Feel alive. Feel present. See if you can notice the beat of your heart, the rise and fall of the belly, that breath that connects you to the moment. Take your breath with you. And then slip yourself back into an extended child's pose. We're going to do some modified vinyasa. So go ahead and inhale, rise up to your tabletop. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And then exhale, modified chaturanga. Lower down to your belly. Inhale, baby cobra, little to no weight in your hands. Exhale, release down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, baby cobra, press back, extended child's pose. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fall. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, press back, extended child's pose. You can take this with your own breath. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fall. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, we're doing 2 chaturangas. Exhale, 2 more. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fall. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale. Press back, extended child's pose. 1 more time. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fall. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, press back, rest. Notice your breath. Space between your fingers. Come up to your tabletop, curl your toes under, press up into your downward facing dog. Space between your fingers, space between your toes. Roll the shoulder blades back. Let your head drop down. Inhale, tiptoe. And exhale, heel. Tiptoe. And heel. And tiptoe. And heel. That muscle memory feeling where we were at the beginning of class. Rising and falling to the earth with the heels. That work that we did coming back to us. And then just stopping here. This is the resting pose of yoga. Nice downward facing dog. Doesn't always feel like it, but the more we practice, the more accustomed we come. Just feeling your body. Trying to find that equilibrium of weight between your hands and your feet. And just resting here. You can either bend your knees and hop and step between your hands, or you can walk your hands back to your feet. So whatever you prefer, whatever feels better. And then go ahead and grab onto your elbows and let yourself sway side to side. If it's too tight on your hamstrings or your calves, you can always bend the knees as you go side to side. Just breathe through your shoulder blades. Any places or spaces that might be tight. We're opening up all the places, all the vents. Breathing breath into those areas. Getting ready for our weekend. Gifting ourselves this time. Letting ourselves refuel. Stop at center, drop your hands down. Inhale, halfway lift. Neutral spine. Exhale, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Now gaze up. Release down. Bend your knees. Circle, sweep your hands all the way up towards the sky. Gaze up. Hands to heart center. Bow to your practice. And then again, taking your hands at your solar plexus place. So between your heart and your belly button. This is right where it's at. So taking your hands like a little globe. Close your eyes. And then on the inhale, opening up. And then exhale, bringing your breath back together. Incorporate the breath in and out. The tool to use your breath in and out. To notice. Letting the lungs open and close. Maybe you come back to the opposite effect on the inhale. You press back together. And the exhale, open up. And just practice with your breath what feels good. Couple more times. You're doing the opposite effect, noticing how that feels. Just being intuitive with your breath. Letting it be a tool that you use daily to help you get through maybe any emotional or difficult or aggravating circumstances. And then stop at center, bow to your practice. Circle, sweep your hands up, gaze up. Interlace your fingers, press upward, gaze up. Press into your heels. Take your hands back behind your skull here. And then we're just going to take the left elbow up towards the sky. Just breathe into the stretch. Maybe your back pops. Come back through center, and this time the right up. Come back center, and then gaze up. chin up. Press your booty out. Press your chest out. And then exhale, chin to chest. Elbows come to touch. Come within. Stretch out your cervical spine. Inhale, rise up. Press the belly, press the chest. Exhale, chin to chest. Arch the spine. Inhale, rise. Booty and chest out. Exhale, chin to chest. Stretch out the cervical spine. Keep going. Inhale. And exhale. A couple more times. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Come within. Hold here. Conserve your energy. Come back to self. Press your hands up towards the sky. Gaze up. Circle, sweep your hands down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Last time, inhale, halfway lift. Gaze up. Release down. Walk your hands out. Downward facing dog. Right foot up towards the sky. Bend the knee. Send a breath into the pelvic floor. The pelvic bowl. The hip, the groin. Right foot rises up. Swing it through outside the right hand. Drop the left knee. Oscillate the knee each direction. Stop at center. Make sure that right foot is on the edge of your mat. And just breathe here and then come down onto your elbows if you can. Maybe you interlace your fingers, maybe you're down onto your forearms. And then just breathe into this space. Breathe into the stretch. Surrender. Find that breath. Breathe in. Breathe into any tight spaces or places that are calling for your attention. From your elbows, go ahead and press into your hands. Gaze rises up towards the sky. Take a breath. Roll the left toes under. Press up, down dog. Find your resting place. Pedal out, bend each knee. Find that equilibrium between your hands and your feet once more. Stop at center. Left foot rises up. Bend the knee. Send the breath in. Pelvic bowl, hip, groin. Left foot rises, swing it through outside the left hip. Drop the right knee. Making sure that left foot is on the left edge of the mat. Oscillate each side, little circles one way, and then the other. Finding that preparation, drop down to the elbows. Maybe you interlace your fingers if you did on the other side, maybe you drop down to your hands. And then drop down to where you were before. Let yourself melt in. Breathe into the tight spaces and places. Let yourself be held here. Let go, let into your experience. Hear your breath through. If your hands are extended, go ahead and come out onto your hands. Gaze up, curl your toes under, press up, down dog. Pedal out, bend each knee. And just stop at center. Bend the knees, go ahead and come into your tabletop. And then we're going to modify chaturanga, lower down to your belly. Inhale, baby cobra, little to no weight in the hands. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Take your hands out to the side. Bend the knees, windshield fiber side to side. Massage those sides. And then stopping at center. Drop your feet down into the earth. Right hand goes out in front of you. Roll onto your right side body. And then just hugging in that left knee, give yourself a hug. Just a nice little hug. And then plant that left foot back behind you. Taking your left index finger and thumb around the right wrist. Just let yourself be planted. Let yourself find some stillness. Get yourself situated. Be mindful, maybe you're restless. Maybe you're super tired. You don't feel like you want to put much effort in, and that's okay. Just remember we're being mindful of where we're at. We're not trying to change ourselves. Not trying to force ourselves. We're trying to have radical acceptance and notice how we're feeling. And that is our practice. It's just noticing and being acceptant and okay with that. Not altering, not making ourselves, not judging, just being with ourselves. And just giving yourself gratitude for giving yourself this time to be here, to honor yourself and your body and your mind, your spirit, your breath. Starting your weekend off right, giving back to your body. It does so much for you. Stack the left foot on top of the right, roll onto your belly, and then take the left hand out in front of you, back, and then hug in that right knee. Give yourself that nice hug on this side. Maybe the side's a little more limber, that's okay. Once again, that's why we even out. And then just go ahead and let that right foot come back behind you, taking the right index finger and thumb around the left wrist. Let yourself be planted, let yourself fall into the earth. Maybe a gentle flexion in that left foot. Let yourself be free of judgment. And then stack the right foot on top of the left, roll onto your belly. Take your hands underneath the rib cages, little to no weight in the hands. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, baby cobra. Press back, extended child's pose. Palms together, bend the elbows, prayer hands to the back of your skull. Plant your hands back into the earth. And then walk yourself back up. And coming on to your sit bones. Feet come together. Nice little butterfly out. Flutter those legs. And then just press your feet forward just a little ways, maybe like a half a foot. And we're just going to round our spine. So maybe someday your head falls between your feet. And maybe you're just here to round the spine. But just let yourself fall where you may. Maybe your hands are in the earth. But each time we come here, we get just a little further than we did before. The intention is that your spine is nice and rounded. And then walk yourself back up. Press your feet into the ground. Zip your thighs together. And this time take your left foot over the right and roll onto your back body, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way down. Press your feet down. Windshield wiper side to side. And then stop at center. Take a step in with each foot towards your bum. Glue your thighs together. Hands at your sides. Inhale, rise up, lift up, sacrum comes up. Baby bridge. Inhale, take your hands all the way back. And then exhale, let everything drop down. Your hands, your bum, everything comes down. Inhale, everything comes up and back behind you. And then exhale, everything falls. This is nice and relaxed. This is not a strengthening thing. This is a fluid, fun, relaxing thing. So just letting the hands fall with the exhale and rise. Everything rises with the inhale. Just having some fun, painting the air, slowing down, letting your inner child come out and play. Be relaxed. And just a couple more times. And then relax. And then we're just going to return to that fun starfish. So space between your limbs. And then reach through your fingers. Nice, heavy skull. Everything is heavy. Everything is still. And soft. Fall into the stillness. Fall in sync with your breath. You don't have to try, it just does it naturally for you. Be thankful for your body, your biggest organ. Your body's a band-aid, it just fixes itself. It loves you, it carries you through to everyone you meet, to every experience you go to. Carried you through 2020, carrying you into 2021, carried you through this class. Give yourself gratitude, give yourself grace. Stay away from non-judgment. You're doing the best you can, and you're flourishing. Now go ahead and take your feet together, let them splay apart. Hands come to your sides. And let yourself just begin to arrive, getting ready for our final shavasana, our corpse pose. We're ready to relax. We're ready to fall into stillness. Just do some breaths. So maybe you inhale through the nose, audible exhale out through the mouth. Maybe you just inhale through the nose and out through the nose. Maybe you don't even think about it and it just comes naturally for you. Get out any last movements that you may need to make before you fall and sink with your shavasana. Arguably the most important part of this practice. It's easy for us to move and groove and to push ourselves. It's hard, very hard to find that stillness, to slow our roll, and to just stay quiet. And that's the practice, to keep our mind mindful in the moment and still, not thinking about what we're doing after this, not thinking about our grocery list, our to-do list, what this person thinks, what this person doesn't think, the coulds, the shoulds, the could'ves. Just give yourself permission. Give yourself the allowance to be. Who am I surrounding myself with? What is my influence? I'm giving myself enough self-care and taking care of myself. Is my cup being filled? Am I filling too many cups from an empty cup? Asking yourself the hard questions that we try to avoid. Giving yourself the tough love that you need. And taking your breath with you, breathing into those hard things. Not holding your breath, but breathing into hard things. You can do hard things. So make sure to breathe into them, right? You are light, you are love, and you are always enough. And I hope that the light finds you in all the places that you need it most. And now, may the sun bring you new energy by day. May the moon softly restore you by night. May the rain wash away your worries. May the breeze blow your strength into your being. And may you walk gently through this world and know its beauty all the days of your life. I thank you for your beautiful practice, for sharing this time and this space and your energy. I look forward to the time we get to share this space again. I hope you have such a good weekend and a week to come. And as for always, the light within me sees and honors the light within you. Namaste.